Let me make it clear, it was not Steph leaving unexcused. He was excused by me. And so those conversations have got us to what I think and believe is a great spot.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Plus channel. Dan Fates, Jenna Cottrell, Stefon Diggs, also here today. Yeah, a sigh of relief.
Exhale, everybody.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy our stuff.
All is right with Bills Mafia. We think.
Stefon Diggs at practice today. He took part in the individual work, didn't do 11-on-11 stuff, but still he was here. He was chatting with his teammates. He was dapping up Josh Allen. It seemed like a way different vibe here today.
It was hugs, handshakes, jokes. All
jokes?
around. Yeah, like Josh Allen was pretending to punch him. It was all good. So there was a sense of normalcy. And I think going back to yesterday, while the practice went on and like obviously all the drama was outside of practice, even practice felt a little weird. Like there was this thing hanging over it. And for everybody that said we were making something out of nothing, there was something there. Like there's no getting around it. The fact that players have come up here and said they needed to work things out. Josh Allen from his mouth. We've now heard from Sean McDermott. We've heard from other players too, Von Miller.
Yeah.
Like
Mitch
there's
Morris,
something there.
Yeah.
So for everybody that has commented in, this is nothing, this is nothing. This is something.
Yeah.
Now it seems like we got clarity today on what that something is and the remarks from Sean McDermott. Because that was shocking that we had to clarify what was said yesterday.
I think shocking, but also not, because I think there was a lot of emotion yesterday in everything, and I think McDermott would have handled things differently. You know, he said he was very concerned after yesterday when he came out to the podium, and I think it was an emotional situation. I think he wanted to handle it differently, and today I think he clarified, saying, look, we've had those healthy conversations, and I just feel like, for me, it was a point of this team is having an open line of communication. That is huge. And he talked about it. He feels like things are in a better place.
Yeah, and the point is that I think everybody, if Sean McDermott would have said, Steph's not here, next question.
Yeah.
Yesterday, that would have been different. He didn't. He said he was very concerned. And when a coach says very concerned, what if Sal Moran of the Democrat Chronicle, they was like, you kind of set us off there.
Yeah.
And like, in his respects, and Sean, that's why he wanted to come back out today. He was not scheduled to speak. He spoke again to the media to clarify his comments. And what he said was, Steph did everything that the team had asked for, had showed up Monday, did physicals, was at the team facility to continue these ongoing conversations. And at that point, Sean just said, we needed a break.
Yeah.
We needed to get some time.
He excused him from practice.
He excused him from practice. Again.
Yes.
None of that was said by Sean McDermott on Tuesday.
And I think that speaks to maybe how emotional that conversation could have been. And I think I look at it as sometimes people, they wish they handled things in a different way once they have clarity.
When I get arguments with my wife, I like to take some time.
Yeah, and I think that's why
you say things you don't mean.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of that to me is kind of what happened here, which I'm not saying I'm shocked by. I feel like it's like, people are human. Sean McDermott is a person. And also, to his credit, he did say this as well. Like, being the head coach, when you have a player who is needing to voice concerns, all of this stuff, it is concerning, especially considering it is the caliber of player that Stefon Diggs is.
The fact that he had to excuse his player was concerning. And I think that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
It wasn't expressed like that on Tuesday. It was clarified on Wednesday. It was good to see Stefon back. It did kind of feel like business as usual. So McDermott says he believes that this issue is resolved.
Yes.
We still did not hear from Stefon today.
Yes.
Obviously, Mitch Morris, I thought, was great. He talked about how the fact that he was asked, like, okay, now if this is resolved, but is it still a distraction? Mitch is a great team spokesman. He is always
the veteran,
the veteran presence, and he goes, I got shit going on. Like I got like, he goes, my key card only works in so many rooms in this building, and he goes, those are rooms that I can't get into. He's like, they need to have conversations, and he goes, and they need to have uncomfortable conversations. He goes, and that's hard, and to have those raw, candid conversations are difficult. So again, we seem to be progressing in the right way.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
I think we'll put a bow on the Stefon Diggs drama and all that it is with that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's the way to handle it, and I think the Bills have handled the situation. It is interesting considering we have not talked to Stefon Diggs, but I think that piece will come at a later date. Now, let's talk a little bit about what went on in terms of on-the-field stuff.
Correct.
I know
The rest
people,
of our points that we've learned from minicamp.
Yes, so Dawson Knox did not have his helmet today. He did not practice. He had a wrap, I would say a wrap.
Yep, sleeve.
Sleeve from his mid-thigh all the way down to his ankle on his left leg. He had kind of a bang play yesterday. I thought in my approximation it looked like his knee-ish.
You said you thought knee, I thought calf.
I thought knee. He thought calf.
Yeah.
So something.
Two people watching it.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Lower leg.
Lower leg. Oh my God, you sound like a hockey coach.
Yeah, it's lower body.
I would say mid leg. Can you get more middle of your leg than your knee?
Because I think you then go to foot. The foot injury.
I don't know. Sound off in the comments.
Great stuff. Great talking here.
No, but that is something to monitor.
Yep.
I don't think it needs to be something big, but I think
Josh Allen say they're not playing a game tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
No
exactly
point in him coming through here. Just like Josh said yesterday with Stefon, like, I don't need the 4 reps in June.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's fair.
Which is fair.
Yeah. When you're that guy, you don't.
Yes. Other things I point out that just I noticed over the last 2 days that obviously yesterday was all Diggs all the time.
Yeah.
But just the fact too of Hardy is very small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like stunningly small.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah.
To the point where I thought of he may be so small that's what also makes him so tough to cover.
Yeah, no, I think that's a
like
piece,
the size
definitely.
and space was very interesting to see. Some other guys too. Latavius Murray is massive.
Yes.
He looks like he should be on the defensive line. And Damian Harris, kind of a shorter guy.
Yeah.
Like
It's
little
funny.
stuffier. Like again, you start to see these guys and you're like, oh, like again when they're standing next to defensive linemen,
Yes.
where they stack up.
I felt like Greg Rousseau, we got to talk to him today after practice. I felt like he looked like a more mature person in terms of just like his stature, his demeanor, but also his body as well. It feels like it kind of filled out a little bit more. I thought Khalil Shakir had a couple of really nice catches today. Gabe Davis caught a touchdown. Those were some of the points that I kind of looked at and was like, okay, nice.
Yeah. Again, this is very limited.
Yes, and it's also June.
It's also June.
So there's that. But just in case people wanted some notes from practice.
That was about all I took away.
Yeah, right?
That's about it.
Diggs was here. He was in good spirits, seemingly.
Kincaid is always smiling. He's going to get like a crest deal at some point.
Yes.
He's constantly
very
smiling.
golden retriever-esque.
Very golden retriever-esque.
Yes.
Great point.
Yeah. He made some catches.
And the other thing that Mitch said was that Josh is having a great month. He's having a great month. He's got a kick-ass haircut. He had some fun in New York City.
And he's on the cover of
covering
Men.
Men. Well said. You can always count Mitch. Low-key great sound bites.
Oh, absolutely.
Great team spokesman.
I feel like he's been around it for so long. He's just like, this is what I do.
I feel lighter today.
I think it is June. I felt like there was some residual stuff going on. Yesterday played into that, of course. My thing is, I think this is an encouraging step.
That's exactly it.
And I'm curious to see and believe things will continue to progress. But we obviously have a break coming up, so that will. I don't expect this to be a lingering thing, but do you?
I don't think it's resolved.
I think that this could come up at a much later point in the year. I don't expect this to come about in training camp.
That's fair.
Does that make sense?
Yes. I also add that Stefon Diggs was working with 2 young wide receivers.
Yes,
Again,
that was nice to see.
And just the thought of it going in that, like, everybody says Stefon is a great teammate. And
Yes.
so, like, there's no question about that. I think there's ongoing conversations that need to be had, but this is what needed to happen yesterday.
I agree.
So.
And I think the attempt was made for there to be the case. And then things might have flared up. Speculation, but... And let's be real. There are a lot of alpha men in one room. I think sometimes it might be that aspect of it as well.
Comment in with how you're feeling after today compared to yesterday's video that we did here. How you feel about the Diggs situation and moving forward.
Yes.
Like,
I feel
comment,
like-
subscribe.
You're right. Just a sigh. You're like, okay, breathe in,
It's like
breathe
the
out.
end of a yoga workout. And they're like,
Namaste.
Yeah, they're like, now you're done. You're like, all right.
Namaste. All right, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
For Dan, I'm Jenna. Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Namaste.
So